Like, who the hell are you, girl? Like, who are you? Yep. I'm out of here. Are dingy and dirty. And if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. Why should I care? So if you want to do the math, you add it up and you let me know. Y'all were hysterical. And I mean hysterical. No, baby. I'm not doing it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Xanthe Naomi if you're new. And on my channel I do a lot of beauty related videos like wigs, my natural hair, but if you can't tell, this is not my natural hair. I do lash extension videos, but low-key I haven't worn them in a long time because I'm giving my lashes a break. I also do nail videos. Right now I just have on like tips. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I don't have on like anything like design or anything, but I do nail videos. I also do lifestyle videos, so like vlogs. When I was in college I used to do college vlogs. Now I'm just, you know, randomly recording my life. But anyway, stuff like that. If you're interested in any of those kind of things and you want to see more of me, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video as yet, but it'll be like a get to know me video, answering some questions. I don't know. I don't know, girl. I really don't know. Just gonna be me answering a few questions about myself. These questions are ones I just randomly picked that I saw on the internet. And yeah, if you wanna hear what I gotta say or get to know me just a little bit, just a tiny little bit more, just continue watching the video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and like the actual video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. I'm not gonna be looking too good. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute, okay? Anyway, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and jump in today's video. Where's my phone? Like how... Okay guys, so as you guys can tell by the title of this video, we're gonna be doing a get to know me tag, I guess. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna name it, but it's gonna be somewhere in that realm. And I am out of breath because I just ran up and down these stairs like 100 times today. I don't really have like specific questions. I guess I'm gonna play it by ear. I have like a few general questions that I want to go through, but this shouldn't be more than like 7 to 10 questions. Like, we want to keep this video nice and short. So while we're doing this video, I'm gonna be getting ready. And of course, Amber wants to do a lot in the background. I'm gonna be doing my hair and putting on some slight makeup. Very slight makeup. Because if you're new here, then you probably don't know, but I don't know how to do makeup. It's one thing that I want to learn how to do, but I don't know. I don't know, I feel like it's like really hard. I can do my own hair and I can do my own nails, but I can't do my own makeup. Like, girl, come on. Anyway, this video I'm gonna be doing my hair and whatever makeup I can do. So I guess the first question I can answer is, what is my name? I'm Xanthe. Naomi is my middle name. It's one of my middle names. I have 2 middle names. I don't know, all my life I kind of never really liked or never really cared for the name Naomi. Like, certain people started calling me by it. Not like calling me by it, but like had nicknames for me with it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I got the name from my great-grandmother. Yeah. And my other middle name wouldn't have went well with my first name, like to be the name of my channel. I don't know if that makes sense, but my 2 middle names are Hannah and Naomi. So my name is Xanthe Naomi. And Hannah, I don't know, it just sounds weird. It's Xanthe Naomi. I'm not telling you guys my last name because you guys don't need to know my full government name, even though you already halfway know it. Next question is, where am I from? I've already done videos where I've talked about it, and I even went there for my birthday, but I'm from the Bahamas. More specifically, I'm from the island of New Providence. I wasn't born there, but that is where I'm from. Literally, I'm the only person in my family, like my immediate family, who was born in the United States. And that wasn't really like on purpose. It just like kind of happened while my mom was here. I'm a Bahamian. I go back home all the time. Honestly, when I was younger and I was living in the Bahamas, I didn't really like living there. I mean, I guess that's for any like child that is living where they're living. Like, most children don't like where they live, right? Or was that just me? I know a lot of my Bahamian friends that when they were younger, and even to this day, like, they still don't want to be on the island, and they still like would rather be other places. But then it's like once we leave, like, we want to go back. So I lived in the Bahamas all the way up until, what was I, 13. I had just turned 13 when I moved away. I moved to Miami with my older sister. At the time, she was going to college. Yeah, she was already in college, and I just moved there with her. If we're being honest, for the career path that I'm going on, being home just wasn't the best option for me, education wise. And I'm not saying that it isn't possible for me to reach my full potential career wise or education wise not being home, but there were just more opportunities at the time being in America. So my parents, I had to convince my parents, y'all. Like, I had to write my dad a whole essay on why I should move here. And I understand, I understand now why he didn't want me to leave. Because, one, I was 13. And yes, although I had my sister and she was my guardian, and my sister really did act like my mom. Yes, my mom. They were still sending, like, their 13-year-old daughter to be in another country without them. So I understand that now, but eventually I did convince them, and I was able to move here. So while my sister was in college, I was in high school. I went to school. I'm not gonna tell you what school I went to, but I went to school in Florida, in Miami, and I absolutely loved it. I loved living in Miami. Listen, I just loved it, okay? I met some amazing friends there. Friends that I haven't seen since I graduated because, well, one, there was a pandemic. And two, I haven't been back. Well, I have. I was in Miami a few months ago, but that was for my sister's graduation. But one day I'm gonna go back and see all my friends again. But yeah, I really loved living in Miami. And I guess I kind of liked the independence. I've always been a really, really independent person. I wouldn't say it was hard, but it was a challenge raising me because, one, she wasn't technically my mom. She wasn't my mom. But, she kind of had that responsibility. Like, she would take me to school, make sure I ate, took care of me. Like, she did everything that a mom was supposed to do. And, I don't think I ever really thanked her for that. So if you're watching this, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, really, for real. Like, when you really sit down and think about it, like, what she did was a lot, and we didn't really think much of it. I know she probably didn't think much of it at the time because she's my sister, she's my family, and she loves me. But still, it was a lot, I know, for her at the time. So I do appreciate everything that she did and still does for me. Living with her was not the easiest. We definitely we bumped heads a lot. Like, she was not my favorite person. I know I was not her favorite person, but it did bring us, closer. Me and my sister are 7 years apart, so it definitely brought us together eventually. Now we're really, really close. I mean, we were close before that, but certain situations, it builds a different kind of bond, So yeah. But now she went back home. That's where she lives. She doesn't really want to come back to the US. at least not right now. And I don't blame her. Like, I've been here for, how long have I been here? I've been here for like almost 8 years, consistently, but not consistently. Because every winter break, every summer break, every Thanksgiving, like every time we got a break, we would go back home. You know, because we also do have a younger brother. And he was just at home by himself. And it was, I don't know. If you guys got siblings and you guys are really close, then you know what I'm trying to say. But like, it used to be hard. Like, every time we would leave him, like, we all would cry. It makes me sad that we were gone for so long, but like, I know he knows like why. You guys have siblings? I don't know how it is, because sibling dynamics are always different. But with me and my siblings, if one of us is good, then we know that all of us are good. So yeah, I honestly, I don't even know where this question is going. I don't even remember the question I asked myself, because this is not planned, and I apologize. I'm just gonna be like all over the place kind of, but I'm just telling you guys things so you guys can get to know me. Like, who the hell are you, girl? Like, who are you? My childhood wasn't very, you know, conventional, just in the fact that I didn't really have that traditional growing up upsy. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, I guess. I don't know. Next question is, how many siblings do you have? I have one older sister and I have one younger brother. So that means that I am the middle child. And it is absolutely true, everything that they say about the middle child. First child is always the favorite. The baby is always spoiled, and the middle child is always left to fend for themselves. Let's say that. It is very, very true. So the next question is, how old am I? I am 21 and my birthday is June 30th. Yeah, I am a Cancer. I guess the next question can be, where did you go to college? What did you study? And I guess why you chose to study that? I don't know what y'all want to know. I don't even know myself, to be honest with you. So yeah, to Emmanuel College for college. It's a small private school in girl, you don't know where you went to school? Small school in Boston, Massachusetts. And I mean, when I mean Boston, I mean like Boston, like in smack dab in the city. There's a lot of reasons that people choose to go to that school, because it is like directly in the city. I mean, like, there are so many opportunities there, like job wise, internship wise, like it's just a lot of opportunities. And if you guys don't know, like Boston is like the hub for like medicine and stuff like that, like research and stuff. So that's mainly like one of the reasons that I chose the school. I did choose it because it was on the smaller side. I do appreciate smaller schools just because they have, or they can dedicate a bit more time to each student. Also because it was in the city. That's one of the reasons I did choose it. And because of the opportunities they offered. And because they gave your girl a lot of money in scholarships. So, who am I trying to fool with that? That's why. And because it was in a place, like, I don't think I had ever been to Boston. I'm lying. I had been to Boston once before, and I didn't really get to explore it while I was there, but it had been somewhere like that was far enough from home for me to be, you know, like, to be independent and on my own, but also chase after the dreams that I wanted to chase after. At Emmanuel, I studied biology, and my concentration was neuroscience. And I studied that. Mostly I studied biology because I want to, you know, be a doctor. And most doctors study biology. Either study like a science like biology, chemistry, some do psychology. There are even some doctors out there that are English majors, and I think based on the research, the ones that are English majors, I really don't remember where I saw this, but I did see it. Shocked, but at the same time it kind of made sense. People who are pursuing to become a doctor, when they do study English, they tend to do better on like the MCAT, which is a test basically you need to take in order to get into medical school. And people who were English majors but also took the courses needed to go to medical school tested higher than students who took biology or chemistry or like any science. I just been an English major, maybe I would have been less stressed. That leads me on to the next question, which is, why did I decide to move? You guys don't know, which if you don't know, then you're probably most likely new to my channel, which is fine. But I moved to Atlanta. What was that? Like at the end of August. It's now almost the end of October, so almost 2 months ago. There's a few reasons why I moved here. Honestly, it was either stay in Boston, move here, or I don't know, find somewhere else. But my two main like options were either Boston or here. So my mom, obviously Bahamian as well, she now works for the Bahamian government but in America. So she just moved here, and before she didn't know where she was gonna move. Like they could have sent her either here or here in Atlanta or to New York. I think it was New York. My mom, you guys probably don't know this, but my mom and my sister both have sickle cell, blood disorder. It's a blood disease. So one thing that is kind of like a trigger for my mom and my sister is cold weather. So even though I think if she had to, she would have moved to New York, I just don't think she would have been happy, or I don't think she would have really been able to stay there for a long period of time just because of the cold weather. Medical school that I want to go to is here, so yeah, that's kind of why. I didn't really want to stay in Boston. For one, public transportation. As much as it was handy, this wasn't my thing. I barely got to go places because I was not about to take the train especially if it wasn't the green line. All those other lines are dingy and dirty, and I was not about to do it, at least not by myself. So whenever I wanted to do something by myself, I couldn't really do it because I wasn't about to risk my life on the train. Reason, Boston is mad expensive. Like when I say mad, I mean like mad expensive. So that's like one reason I was like, yep, I'm out of here. One thing that I absolutely did love about Boston was that everybody there was just so nice. Like, it's just a nice place. Like, I feel like whenever I have a family, like, and I would want to move again, I feel like that's one of the options I would choose. Like, I feel like that's a really great place to have a family. But then again, when I have my family, I want to move back to the Bahamas. So I don't know if that's gonna work. And another thing that I didn't like about being in Boston, whenever I wanted to go somewhere, or like for a few days, like out of the city or out of the state, it was always hard for me to find somebody to watch my dog. If you don't know, I have a child. Her name is Amber, and she is literally my everything. So it was always hard for me to find somebody because one, I have literally no family out there, and then two, every time I asked a friend, one, they would either be afraid of dogs or, and if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. Yes, you, Miss B. Or they still lived with their parents and their parents wouldn't allow like animals. So it was always like a hassle. So I could never really go anywhere that I wanted to whenever I had a chance to. Being here with my mom, like I can just go places and I know she'll take care of my dog. Being away had really showed me like the importance of having at least some family with you. Now for me to fix this because my skin has been doing this thing, so we're just gonna go ahead and try and hide all of that because who wants their skin looking like this? Not me. But I guess the next question can be, why did you start a YouTube channel? I always found it interesting that, you know, watching vlogs and watching people just live their daily lives, like I love to see it. And I was like, you know what, low-key, I feel like that would be so fun. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and try and hide these dark spots because baby, it's not giving. But yeah, I watch vloggers. Yeah, I've always been a really creative person, and I just felt like it would be fun. Like, why not? Like, my life is always so serious because of the path that I chose for myself, you know? There's no one else to blame but me because, you know, I literally chose this. It wasn't like I was forced to or somebody told me I had to. This is the life that I chose for myself. But I just thought it would be fun. Like, you get to create something and make it into what you want to make it, and then you get to show it to everybody. Like, I don't know, it's fun to me. And even though I don't have a big following, or really, I don't really have a following at all, but it's fun to me. So as long as I'm having fun and I'm able to express myself creatively, then why should I care? You know? Now I got a big bump in the middle of my head. Like, I don't know where she came from. Next question is, what do I do career-wise? Currently, I am a pharmacy technician at CVS Pharmacy. Whew, yo, that's just a hard one. That's a very, very hard one. Do I like my job? Okay. I answered that without having to answer it for you. My job isn't horrible. When I first started, I absolutely loved my job. Even up until like 2 months ago, I loved my job because I loved my coworkers, I loved my manager, and everything was great, you know? But then something changed. I moved, and I moved to a different location. So if you want to do the math, you add it up and you let me know. Yeah, I always planned to be a pharmacy technician. No, I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know it was an actual thing. I just one day went on Indeed. I was just looking for a job, like a part-time job while I was in college. I went on Indeed. I saw the position. I applied to like maybe 3 positions, and honestly, I didn't really put much thought into it. I just like submitted my resume and whatever. And I think 2 out of the 3 message, at least I saw an email from 2 out of the 3, and I have responded to both. And CVS was just the first one to like send me, what is it, a contract, I guess. And I kind of was like in a rush to find it because, hold on y'all, we gotta do the brows. So I just applied. They were the first one to send me, you know, hey, congratulations, you got the job, we're willing to pay you. And this is like your title, yada yada yada. And like I didn't even have to interview or anything, so I think that's why I took it. And originally, like, y'all gonna pay me this amount of money? Sure, why not? At the time, I thought it was a lot of money. It wasn't a lot of money, but it was a good amount of money for somebody who was still, you know, in college. They need to do better at telling you like what's gonna happen, and like this is gonna be step 1, this is gonna be step 2, and this is gonna be step 3. No, they just like throw you in and expect you to follow along. Because the first like 3-4 days, I was literally at a computer for like 5-6 hours just doing modules. Like these are things you have to kind of do to start, but like she didn't tell me, oh, you're gonna do this for 3 days or 4 days and then you're gonna start working, you know? And I didn't really care because, you know, I was getting paid at the time, but like I was in a chair for hours just watching and listening to these people annoy the hell out of me. And I honestly was gonna quit, but I think they had either needed someone or I don't know what had happened. CPS just always needs people because after a while a lot of people quit because y'all not doing enough. Y'all don't want to hire people because y'all cheap, and then people are understaffed, and the ones who do work have to work a lot of hours, crazy hours, but y'all don't want to pay them enough for doing it, you know? So it's understandable. It's not that I don't like my job, it's just that my job don't like me. In the beginning, I used to get a lot of satisfaction from my job because I felt like I was helping people. Patients would tell me all the time how grateful they were, and they would tell me like how much they know that we're underpaid and like they don't do enough for us. And you know, like stuff like that used to go over my head because I was like, you guys are they are paying us a lot. Like in the Bahamas, y'all wouldn't believe what the minimum wage is. Like y'all would not believe. Yeah, you guys might be like, okay, but the Bahamas is cheaper, the money is different, like yada yada. No. In the Bahamas, our money is the same as American money, $1 to $1. And if it's not exactly $1, it's like 99 cents to $1. If you come to the Bahamas with American dollar, it's the same as a Bahamian dollar for us. And it's not cheap in the Bahamas. Everything is expensive. Give y'all an example. Over here, when those gas prices went up, y'all were hysterical, and I mean hysterical, about paying $5 and $6 a gallon. In the Bahamas, a gallon is about $5, and I want to say like 30-50 cents. I don't know what it is exactly right now because the last time I've been there was in June. It was a few months ago. I don't know if prices went down, but if it went down, it wasn't by much. Probably it's no less than $5. But my point is, it's been that way my entire life, or at least for as long as I can remember. When I was driving over there, which was literally a year ago, I would put $50 in my car, and that would give me about maybe like a quarter and a half of gas, and that would last me literally like 2 days. So to fill up my car was a bit bigger, but still, like I basically had to put $120 just to fill up my car, and it wasn't gonna last me nothing but a week, not even. Let me say all that to say that I was really appreciative in the beginning, and I still am. I really still am appreciative that the amount of money I do, even though I still should be getting paid more, but I still appreciate it because I know if I was home, it would be very different. Like for all the work we do, I don't think they pay enough. And most technicians will tell you that. At least the technicians I've met have said that. And it's always, every store I've ever like heard about is always understaffed. So it's like you're doing more work because you don't have the people, but your company doesn't want to hire people because they don't want to spend the money. So it's like, you know, I do like my job, I just don't like where I work right now. This isn't like where I want to be, you know? This isn't my career path. It's not like I'm studying to be a pharmacist, because I'm not. I'm studying to be a doctor, so I'm in the completely wrong field right now. But I am working on that. Asking like general questions, like, or answering general questions, because maybe if I had a bigger platform, you guys can ask me specific questions or tell me questions that you want to know. But that's not where we're at right now. One day we will be. I am speaking it into existence. One day we will be. Not there yet. Last question I can answer is, how am I liking Atlanta? So, generally, yeah, it's good. It's okay. Like, it's okay. One, I haven't really experienced it as yet because, first of all, I'm always working. Like, I'm literally always working. And when I do have time off, I want to relax and enjoy myself and close myself off from the world because I need me time. And for me, that means staying in my room, watching a movie, and not leaving this room at all. It's really love me, you know? I love being by myself. So I haven't, one, gone anywhere because I didn't have a car. Now I do. And that gives me the option going places or going wherever I want to go. As before, yeah, I could have still gone places, but I'm not about to be spending $40, $50, $60 in an Uber just to go to a restaurant or do something nice that I want to do. No, baby, I'm not doing it. That's literally a whole week of gas. Why would I do that? Yeah, I haven't really done anything because I haven't been anywhere, so I can't tell you, oh, Atlanta is great, it has all these great places to go. At least that's what I've heard, but baby, I haven't done anything, so I can't tell you that. That's what people have told me, yeah. But I personally can't tell you that because I don't know for myself. I don't know. Okay, so I still don't know what I don't like about my hair, but I don't like it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. It was kind of all over the place because I low-key didn't plan this, and I should have, but I didn't. But nonetheless, you guys still learned a bit about me, a very tiny bit about me. Maybe in the future I'll do another one of these videos if you guys are interested or have any specific questions you guys want me to ask for the next video. Feel free to either message it to me on any of my social medias. All my socials will always be in the description box down below, always, in every single video. So you can either message me a question there or you can leave it in the comments down below. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and if you like it, don't forget to like the actual video. And if you're not already and you're thinking about it, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would appreciate it a lot. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.